Following is a presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Colfax High School tonight, boys high school basketball as Durand-Arkansaw at Colfax in a Dunn-St. Croix matchup. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. For the Panthers, they are 6-0 in the Dunn-St. Croix, 9-3 overall after their 58-35 win over Spring Valley. And for Colfax, they are 3-2 in the conference, 6-4 overall after their 59-44 win over Boyceville. Billy Weisenbeck, leading scorer for the Panthers, 13 points a game, and Brett Breidung, the leading rebounder, with 6 rebounds a game. For Colfax, Orrin Nichols is the leading scorer, 15 points a game, and Tegan Leiden is the leading rebounder, 9 rebounds a game. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we'll talk with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetzky about the game against Spring Valley last week and tonight's game against Colfax. Coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we'll tell you who's playing where on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit. With world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. As we get ready for tonight's Durand-Arkansaw Colfax boys basketball game, let's run down games tonight in boys basketball. In the Dairyland Conference tonight, Cochran Fountain City is at Augusta. Meanwhile, in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference tonight, Mondovi travels to Boyceville. Glenwood City at Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser. Plum City Elmwood is at Clear Lake. Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran is at Spring Valley. Girls basketball for tonight, Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran is at Cochran Fountain City. In the Dunn-St. Croix Conference tonight, Alma Pepin travels to Boyceville. Spring Valley at Clear Lake. Mondovi is at Oliva Strum. Middle Border Conference girls basketball tonight. Rice Lake travels to Prescott. St. Croix Central hosting New Richmond. Amory is at Unity. Ellsworth is at Luck. That's what's happening around the area tonight on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. You can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. Coming up on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we're going to talk with the Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetzky about the game against Spring Valley last week and tonight's game against Colfax. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit. With world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. So we get ready for tonight's Durand-Arkansaw Colfax boys basketball game. Joining us right now, Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetzky. Well, Coach, we had the weather interfere again, so it's been a week. Last game was Spring Valley, but a nice win.
Yeah, it was. I thought our guys, the size of Spring Valley, they got a nice thing coming up, I think. You look at how young they are and the size that they have. They're just kind of inexperienced right now, but I think as a program, they're probably excited for what's ahead of them. I thought our guys came out and played well. It seems like forever ago now with the postponements and stuff going on, but something we're just working through, and it gives us a little bit more practice time. We have been able to have 3 or 4 solid, good practices, even though working through the cold stuff. But I thought our guys came out and played hard against Valley.
Again, it's nice to have, you can still, do some of the practices and all that, but it's not the same as the game, and that's always the concern. And first few minutes of this game tonight, we could be kind of rusty.
Could be, but you think, the other teams have done the same stuff. They've had to be away from it and maybe had long stretches without a game. So it's not horrible. And at this point in the season, I think it's, the guys are ready. They've been playing. They've been working hard at each other. I've been really impressed on how these guys, this group especially, has practiced and how hard they get after each other and respect each other for playing hard against one another in practice. And that, I think, just helps when it gets to game time.
No, we have Luke Weber out, but I guess the nice thing about the break is you kind of get healthy here again. You have the practice, but it still does give you a chance to kind of get through some of these things. And, of course, it's flu time and all the other stuff going on.
Yeah, and with that practice, you can hammer down on some of the things you want to focus on and get after that. And I think that's some of the stuff we've done too during that time and using that time. It'll be a fun one tonight. We got a good team in Colfax, and they got shooters all around. They got a couple nice guards, a nice big. It's going to be a real challenge for us to get at them defensively.
So let's talk about Colfax here a little bit. I think they're 6-2 in the conference right now, or 3-2 in the conference. I'm sorry, but do they like to shoot from the outside?
Yeah, they'll do a little everything. They got 4 guys that can really shoot it from outside, so we got to make sure we're respecting and finding those guys, getting hands up on them, but they can also take you off the dribble. So nice group of guys that they have. A lot of sophomores for them that are playing a lot of minutes and scoring for them. Real impressed with their guard play. I'm hoping that we just contest everything, only give them one opportunity and get that ball and push it down and use our size maybe a little bit, maybe get after the offensive glass a little bit against them. And we looked at this. This is a big week for us. You can get one here, and then we got Clear Lake coming. It's a real big week for us, and we've kind of been stressing that in our practices lately.
Yeah, with the threes, okay, during the holidays, Dover Iota, shot the world on you on threes, and there's that danger. But there's also, sometimes I've thought teams they'll put up a 3 knowing the shooter that's putting it up, they're not the best, but I'm trying to find a way to get it inside, and here's the easiest way to do it and go after it. Just put it up, let it hit the rim, and go for the rebound. Is there always that concern?
Well, and sometimes there's long rebounds on threes, so sometimes guys will go to rebound and they get in the lane, and there's actually long rebounds where those guys track them down and get them. Then you turn around, they're already attacking you and getting after it. So you got to always remember that some of those deep threes, you better find a guy outside, closer to the, free throw extended area and get bodies on them, because there's going to be some long rebounds. So we got to track those down. And I like that. Then we track them down, and that converts. Maybe we get out and then transition against it when they're shooting those.
What do they like to do defensively?
A lot of man. They've been throwing a little 2-3 zone in there, here and there, but otherwise it's been a lot of man from what I've seen. Spring Valley came out in zone, and they got some film on that, I'm sure. So it'll be interesting if they saw some of that and like some stuff if they do come out 2-3. But otherwise, it's more that 2-3 or man-to-man.
Going to be a fun one tonight. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
As Durand-Arkansaw head coach Justin Radetsky on the way. Starting lineups and tip-off. Durand-Arkansaw, Colfax, and boys high school basketball coming up next on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH Durand.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
No other race is this iconic.
Richard Petty will win the Daytona 500. The Petty crew jumping up and down on pit road. This Daytona 500 has had it all.
No other race is this thrilling.
Truex on the inside, Hamlin on the outside, and too close to call.
No other race is this life-changing.
Trevor Bayne gets the win for the Wood Brothers.
The 68th running of the Daytona 500.
February 15th, starting at 12:30 here on Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN.
Your computer is a radio. Log on to realcountry1430.com to listen online. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Colfax High School as we are just about 3 minutes away from tonight's Durand-Arkansaw Colfax boys basketball game. And once again, welcome. I'm Brian Winnekins, and we'd like to say first off, thank you to the men and women serving in the military listening to our broadcast on our streaming audio service at our website at realcountry1430.com. We would like to say thank you for your service. We hope tonight's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. Also, our streaming audio being brought to you by Adam Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center downtown Durand. Adam Super Service now hiring. Find out how you can get a 3-day weekend every weekend at Adams Super Service, downtown Durand. The streaming audio also being brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Also, welcome to those of you watching our broadcast on our streaming video service at our website at realcountry1430.com. That is in partnership with the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. Also welcome those of you on the Durand-Arkansaw School District YouTube channel and NTech Channel 99 as well this evening. Earlier tonight in the JV game, I thought we were going to be going to overtime. Colfax had tied the game with about 47 seconds left. However, the Panthers had the ball, and Lucas Recken made a shot, a tough shot in the lane with about 10 seconds to go. It went in and good. The Panthers win it tonight by a score of 49-47 in the JV game. So congratulations to the Panther JV basketball game, or team rather, in winning tonight's game. Throughout the night, we'll be thanking our high school sports sponsors as well. These are the businesses and organizations bringing you tonight's game as well. Please thank them. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Again, without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. I'd like to say thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Find out about pre-planning funeral services online at goodrichfh.com. Elsivia, your certified Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor, is Elsivia Durand. Also, SFB Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street to Durand. And Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Again, please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Again, they're the ones that make our broadcasts throughout the season possible. All right, so we have the only thing left here is we have our starting, or our national anthem rather, and also they'll do their sportsman's announcement as well. And then we'll get our starting lineups, and we'll be ready to go after that. Panthers 6-0 in the Dun St. Croix, and Colfax 3-2 in the conference. So obviously for the Vikings, well, they'd love nothing better than to pull off the upset tonight and hand the Panthers their first conference loss.
Remove your hats and place your
So we're going to go down for our national anthem. Courtside.
National anthem is played by our Colfax High School band director, Mr. Derek Westphal.
national anthem this evening from the Colfax band director. All right. As again in the JV game from earlier tonight, Panthers winning that game by a score of 49-47. Thank you to Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Give them a call for tax planning. It's tax season. Give them a call at 672-4425 to schedule your appointment today. Also, Shell's LP Gas and Appliance downtown Durand, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. Visit them, Shell's LP Gas and Appliance downtown Durand. For the Panthers coming out, number 4, senior Ethan Mack. Number 5, junior Dylan Berger. Number 11, senior William Weisenbeck. Number 24, senior Max Anderson. And number 33, senior Brett Brydung. Panthers in their purple uniforms. Look at the purple numerals for Colfax. Coming out number 2, sophomore Tegan Leiden. Also number 3, junior Trey Larson. Number 10, senior Oren Nichols. Also number 15, Isaiah Ensminger. He's a sophomore. And number 30, sophomore Russell Pulaski. And the Vikings are in their white uniforms with the red numerals. Panthers will be going from right to left, Vikings left to right here in our first half. All right. So we are ready to go here as William Weisenbeck will be at center to face Pulaski for the tip. All right. The referees say, yeah, we're ready. Scorekeeper says, I'm ready. I'm ready. But I'm not the scorekeeper. All right, here we go. Whoa, don't jump too early. There we go. Tip, and it's going to be controlled by Colfax. We're underway. As Leiden now will come across the timeline here for the Vikings over to Itzminger. He'll go into the lane, up and in. Quickly up and in, 2-0 Vikings. As Mack now will come up across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Anderson. Anderson at top of the key. Anderson looking for a cutter inside. Nobody home. Now to Weisenbeck, right wing. He's going to drive into the lane. Stop. Kicks it back out to the outside to Anderson. Anderson back to Weisenbeck, right corner. Squares up on the wing. 3-ball shot. No good. Tip. And it's going to be, who's it off of? They are going to say it's off of Colfax. So it was off of Leiden. So it'll be Panther ball. Brydung to inbound it to our left. As Brydung now looking, inbounds it to Anderson. Anderson turnaround shot in the lane, up and in. Tied at 2. Full court Panther press now as Leiden will pass it off to Larson. Larson to Etzminger. Etzminger back to Larson. Intercepted. And but then coming up with a loose ball is Nichols. Brydung had intercepted it but couldn't really kind of get it under control. Pulaski now. And back over to Larson. Larson tries to drive inside, kicks it back out to the wing now. Now over to the top of the key. Leiden, 3-ball on the way. Shot rims out, no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger back the other way for the Panthers, tied at 2. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now to Anderson, top of the key. 3-ball on the way. Shot way short, no good. And Pulaski with the rebound. Quickly back the other way comes the Vikings now. Over to Larson. Larson cross-court pass now to Nichols. He'll drive in from the right wing. Puts up the shot. Whistle foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Berger. Nichols to the line now for 2. Tied at 2. Thank you to NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. First free throw was good. Also, Insane Associates, your auto owner's agents, downtown Durand, and Jerry Barron Sons, featuring dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond, located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25, Durand. Both free throws are good by Nichols to make it 4-2 now. Vikings. And across the timeline come the Panthers. Anderson now, top of the key. Anderson now inside to Bryden. Bryden kicks it back out now to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck tries to drive inside, can't do it. Treats back out to the top of the key now. Hands it off to Berger. Berger, he's going to drive in from the top of the key. Stop, shot, whistle, foul. Count it in the foul. Didn't think he was going to get the shooter's roll. And so the foul's on Colfax, and it will be on Eitzminger, and that's his first team foul. Going to try to complete the three-point play is Berger. And free throw no good. Rebounded by Colfax, tied at 4. Quickly back the other way now. 3-ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger over to Mack. Mack. Cross-court pass now over to Bryden. Right corner, 3-ball shot short, no good. Rebounded by Leiden. Leiden quickly back the other way for Colfax. Comes into the lane, puts up the tough shot off the glass, up and in for Larson, 6-4. Colfax quickly back the other way come the Panthers. Bryden puts up a shot, no good, rims out. Rebounded now by Leiden. Leiden to Eitzminger. Really quickly across the timeline come the Vikings. Eitzminger now into the lane, does a spin move, puts up the shot, up and in. 8-4 Colfax. And across the timeline now comes the Panthers. That's Berger. 15 minutes remaining in the half. Over to Bryden. Bryden now over to Anderson. Anderson looking for Weisenbeck as a cutter, but he really wasn't open. Now they try to get it inside. Weisenbeck, though, is in trouble. Now he's going to try to drive into the lane. Spin move. Puts up a tough shot. Counted in the foul. And foul will be on number 30, Pulaski. And Weisenbeck now to try to complete the three-point play. Free throw on the way is good. He does. And so now 8-7 Colfax. Inbounded to Leiden. Leiden now back to Eitzminger. Back to Leiden. Full court Panther press. Cross court pass now over to Nichols. Nichols passes tipped, intercepted. Coming up with it is Anderson. Anderson back to Mack. Mack now over to Berger. Berger left corner. Comes down to the wing. He can't take the shot. Cross court pass now over to Mack. Mack now on the right wing over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck 3-ball on the way. William Weisenbeck with a 3. And the Panthers up 10-8 now. Over to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now back to Leiden. Leiden quickly across the timeline. Comes down to the right corner. Cross-court pass. Top of the key now to Nichols. Thought about the 3. He'll drive inside of the post. Up and in. We're tied. Tied at 10. As Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Bryden. Bryden to Anderson. Anderson thought about the 3 from the left wing but said, better not. Over to Bryden, left corner. Comes out to the wing, squares up. 3-ball on the way. Britt Bryden with the 3. Panthers up by 3. And so now to Leiden. Leiden quickly across the timeline. Oh, getting behind the defense was Trey Larson, wide open. Up and in. 13-12 Panthers. Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Berger. Berger back to Anderson. Anderson top of the key inside of Bryden in the lane. And he turns around, jumper off the back of the... Oh, gets the shooter's roll. Didn't think he was going to get that to drop. 15-12 Panthers. Excuse me. Across the timeline now comes Nichols. Nichols loses the ball, loose ball, and Weisenbeck comes up with it. And Weisenbeck now on the far side comes across the timeline for the Panthers, up by 3. And over to Berger. Berger drives in from the left wing, kicks it back out to Weisenbeck. Head fakes at the top of the key, squares up, long 2. Shot's good by Weisenbeck. Long 2, though. 17-12 Panthers. Another bomb back the other way to Larson. Larson hands it off on the alley-oop to Pulaski, up and in. 17-14 Panthers. And Weisenbeck now. Head fakes the 3, drives in from the wing, hops, skips under, lays it on the shot though. And Larson with the rebound back the other way. And he'll get it over to the wing now to Nichols. He'll try to drive inside into the lane. Tries to push his way in. Now he kicks it back out to the top of the wing over to Larson. Larson, 15-footer shot short, no good. And rebounded by Mack. Mack back the other way for the Panthers. Cross the timeline to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck can't drive in. Now he tries to drive in on the right baseline. Gets cut off. Puts up a tough shot, no good. Great defense by Pulaski. Messes up the shot and does not draw or commit a foul. And a shot into the lane, no good. Rebounded by Brydon. Brydon now back to Mack. Panthers lead by 3. 11:30 remaining in the half. Now over to Anderson. Anderson top of the key. Anderson looking for a cutter, no one there. Now back to Mack. Mack left wing, drives inside, puts up the shot, up and in. Oh, nice job by Mack. 19-14 Panthers. Inbounded to Nichols. Nichols back to Leiden. Leiden bounce pass now across the timeline to Eitzbinger. Eitzbinger now gets it into the corner to Pulaski. He'll come out into the wing, loses the ball, and coming up with it is Mac. Berger was the one who knocked it away. Mac comes up with the loose ball across the timeline for the Panthers. Now to Brydon. Brydon on the left wing. Brydon directing traffic now. Works off the screen from Anderson. Squares up. 3-ball on the way. Shot short. No good. Pulaski with the rebound. Back to Eitzbinger. Eitzbinger quickly across the timeline for Colfax. Kicks it over to the right corner. 3-ball. Shot good by Larson. 19-17 Panthers. As Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers. Mack working off the screen. He'll drive to the post. Drives it up and in. Oh, Ethan Mack worked off the screen from Anderson. And it just went right down the lane. 21-17 Panthers approaching the 10-minute mark. Leiden now across the timeline to Eitzbinger. Eitzbinger now back over to Leiden. Leiden 3-ball on the way. Shot good by Leiden. They can light it up from the threes. 21-20 Panthers. As Weisenbeck head fakes the 3 now on the left wing. Back to Brydon. Brydon over to Anderson, top of the key to Mack. Mack right wing. He'll drive in. Nope, over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck head fakes the 3. Inside to Anderson. Anderson turnaround jumper in the lane. Short, no good. Rebounded by Nichols. Nichols back to Leiden. 1 point Panther lead. 21-20. And another head fake in the 3 is Nichols. He'll kick it back out to the right corner. 3-ball on the way. Is good by Pulaski. And Colfax now leads 23-21 with a timeout. And I think it's timeout Colfax. 30-second timeout Colfax. 9:24 remaining. Thank you to Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. The Chenford Smith Funeral Home serving the Mondovi area. Find out about pre-planning funeral services. Visit chenford-smithfuneralhome.com. Bowerbilt Tire and Service. Let Bowerbilt take care of all of your automotive needs. Give them a call at 672-8300 or visit them online at bowerbilt.com. The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Yep, Valentine's Day just around the corner. It's The Cottage, downtown Durand. And the JKO Auto Body Shop with custom car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. Panthers have the ball down to 23-21. It's been a flurry of threes by Colfax to get them back into this game and to get the lead again. And across the timeline now over to Brydon. Brydon, top of the key. He's going to drive into the lane. Puts up a shot over. Lays it. No good. Fuentes, though, with the rebound. He'll put up a putback shot and gets the shooter's roll to tie it up at 23. And across, not across the timeline yet, is Eitzbinger. He'll pass it off to Leiden. Leiden across the timeline. Over to Charbonneau. Charbonneau kicks it back out to the top of the key to Larson. Larson head fakes the 3. Now he kicks it out to the left wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot rims out. No good. Rebounded by Berger. And Berger now across the timeline. Berger hands it off to Brydon. Brydon working off the screen. Now into the corner to Kraleski. Kraleski on the right wing now. Inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck back to Kraleski. Kraleski over to Berger. Left wing. 3-ball is good by Berger on the 3. 26-23 Panthers. And Larson now across the timeline for Colfax. Over to Nichols. He'll drive into the lane. Kicks it back out to the corner. Now driving in. Charbonneau puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Berger. And Berger now across the timeline for the Panthers. Berger works off the screen from Fuentes. Back to Fuentes. Drive in the lane. Stop. Shot. Offensive foul. And so it'll go back to Colfax. As Nichols to inbound it. Panthers lead 26-23, 7:52 remaining here in the first half. And inbounded to Etzminger. And whistling a foul on Berger. That's his second, third team foul. So we'll try that again. Nichols to inbound it. Mack comes in for Berger. Inbounds it to Light. Full court Panther press. Here comes the trap. And quickly across the timeline to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now. He's going to try and drive inside. Comes to the free throw line. Has to kick it back out to the top of the key now to Leiden. Leiden inside pass to nobody other than Fuentes. So to Kraleski, back across the timeline come the Panthers. Fuentes now on the left wing, back to Weisenbeck, top of the key. Head fakes the three, tries to drive in, can't do it. Now hands it off to Mack. Mack from the right wing, into the lane, kicks it back out to Weisenbeck. Pass was tipped. Weisenbeck chases it down now. Berger, right corner, three ball, way short. And Pulaski with the rebound, back to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now back across the timeline for Colfax. And over to Pulaski, left wing, three ball on the way is good. Tied at 26. And across the timeline now is Kraleski. Kraleski over to Fuentes. Fuentes on the left wing now, back over to Kraleski. Kraleski's going to drive into the lane. Stop, shot, high off the glass, no good. Tip. And whistle and out of bounds was Eitzminger trying to save it. It'll go back, it'll stay Panther ball. So Brydon to inbound it to our left. Brydon looking, still looking better. Hurry. And gets it out to Mack. Mack back towards center now. Works off the screen from Weisenbeck over to Kraleski. To Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck top of the key. Head fakes the three. Can't do it now. Back to Mack. Mack top of the key. Mack now over to Brydon. Brydon to Kraleski left corner. Kraleski nearly loses the ball. Whistle jump ball. Nice defense by number 12 Charbonneau to force the jump. It'll stay Panther ball. And so, inbounding it now. Out to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck head fakes the three. And Weisenbeck, top of the key, loses the ball, regains control, hands it off to Fuentes. Tied at 26, Fuentes, top of the key. Over to Mack. Mack fakes left, goes right, drives inside, splits two defenders, whistling a foul. He'll go to the line for two. I think that's going to be, that's going to be on Eitzminger. That's his second, third team foul. Going to the line for two now is Mack. Thank you to Durand Fresh Market. Visit shopfreshmarkets.com and download the Durand Fresh Market app for weekly and daily savings and more from your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. First free throw good. Numbers are us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West Durand. Find out how Rhonda can help your family as a certified daily money manager. Give her a call at 672-8093 or visit her online at numbersareus.com. Second free throw, no good. 27-26 Panthers. And so across the timeline now is Larson. Larson now over to Leiden. Leiden top of the key. Hands it off to Pulaski. Pulaski now nearly loses the ball. Whistle foul. And a foul will be on Mack. And so it'll stay Colfax ball. And inbounded, not whistle, out of bounds. On the inbound, Larson was out of bounds. It'll go back to the Panthers. So inbounded to Mack. Panthers leading 27-26. Mack across the timeline over to Fuentes. Fuentes on the left wing. Comes out to the top of the key now, back to Kraleski on the right wing. Works off the screen. Comes down to the top of the key now, back to Mack. Mack looking for a cutter, no one there. Now he's going to try and drive inside himself. Back over to Fuentes. Fuentes head fakes the 3-ball, drives in from the wing, whistle foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And foul, I think, is going to be on Pulaski, his second. And so Fuentes to the line for 2. Thank you to Durand Smokehouse. Visit Durand Smokehouse today. Ask about the beef and pork bundles. No over on the a violation on the free throw shot. So you lose the first one. And Provisions Health. Healthcare your way. Learn more at provisions.health. Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue West, downtown Durand. Next free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. And rebounded by Pulaski. Quickly back the other way now comes Colfax. Over to Nichols now. Nichols passes it off to Charbonneau. Charbonneau on the left wing. Tries to drive into the lane. Splits 2 defenders. Stop. Shot. Good. Count it. Foul. And so going to complete the 3-point play will be Charbonneau. And foul was on, they're going to call on Fuentes. All right. His second. And free throw on the way is good. Nope, no shot over the line on the free throw. Whoops. And so 28-27 now. Colfax. Inbounded to Mack. 4:55 remaining in the half. Back over to Kraleski. Kraleski down to Fuentes. Fuentes over to Mack. Mack, he's going to drive in. Goes around 2 defenders up and in. Oh, Mack just had a nice opening right to the post. 29-28. Panthers cross the timeline is Eitzminger. Eitzminger now across the timeline. Over to Larson on the left wing. Larson bounce pass, trying to get it inside. They do. To Nichols, whistle. Travel. And so it goes back to the Panthers. So inbounded now to Mack. And Mack across the timeline for the Panthers, leading by 1, 29-28. Fuentes now to Mack. Mack's going to drive in again, kicks it back out to the corner. 3-ball by Brydon. They collapsed onto Mack, and Brydon was wide open on the right wing. 32-28, Panthers quickly back the other way now. Here comes Eitzminger over to the top of the key now to Charbonnet. Drives in, hop, stop, shot, good. And so 32-30 is the Panthers leading, and across the timeline, Mack now over to Kraleski. Kraleski to Brydon. Brydon drives inside, loses the ball, loose ball, and Anderson comes up with it back to Fuentes. Fuentes now over to Mack. Mack left wing. Mack tries to drive inside. Nice defense, and it knocked away by Eitzminger, and coming up with it was Larson. Back the other way come the Vikings now. 3-ball from the top of the key is good by Leiden. 33-32, Colfax approaching the 3-minute mark of the half. As Mack across the timeline. Over to Anderson now. Anderson inside to Brydon. Brydon in the lane, turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by Colfax. That's Nichols with the rebound. Over to Leiden now. Leiden across the timeline for Colfax. Leiden now try to drive inside. 15-foot shot off the back of the rim. No good off of Fuentes. No, they're going to say off of Colfax. Okay. They're going to say it was off of Nichols. Wow, all right. Weisenbeck and Berger come in. Brydon comes out, and Fuentes comes out for the Panthers. 2:42 remaining in the half. 33-32 Colfax. As Mack now will bring it up across the timeline for the Panthers. Coming up, our Ant Associates and SFP Security Financial Bank halftime show. Kraleski now right wing. Cross-court pass over to Anderson on the left wing. Back to Mack, works off the screen now, or that's Berger. Berger from the free throw line. Good! Dylan Berger with another nice shot. 34-33 Panthers. As Leiden now. Coming across the timeline for Colfax. And now over to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now to the left wing. Loose ball, and Weisenbeck comes up with it. Weisenbeck to Mack. Mack lays it up and in. 36-33 Panthers. Now to Leiden. Leiden across the timeline for the Vikings. Eitzminger now on the right wing. Top of the key now to Nichols. And here comes a three ball by Leiden. Shot no good. Rebounded by Królewski. To Mack. Mack across the timeline for the Panthers. Back to Królewski now. Królewski back at center. To Mack. Mack inside to Anderson. Anderson tries to do a turnaround shot. Does off the glass. Rims out. No good. Rebounded by Nichols. Nichols back to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now across the timeline for Colfax. And now top of the key. Here comes the three ball. Nope. Nichols tries to drive inside. Stop. Loses the ball. Knocked away by Mack to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck back the other way. Lays it up and in. Weisenbeck has 10 so far in the half. Quickly back the other way comes Colfax. Panthers leading by 5. And up and in was Charbonnet. Charbonnet, he just kind of took it coast to coast. 38-35 Panthers. 50 seconds remaining in the half. Over to Królewski now. Królewski to Anderson, top of the key. Anderson now inside to Weisenbeck, drives in, under, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Leiden. Leiden across the timeline now. Over to Larson. Larson back out to Nichols. Top of the key, here comes the three ball. Shot no good. And loose ball coming up with it is Eitzminger. He'll put up a three, shot no good. Rebounded by Mack. Whistle, foul. Foul will be on Leiden. Bryden comes in now for Berger. And Królewski now will inbound it. Right in front of us here on the near side. 18 seconds remaining. Panthers up by 3. Across the timeline comes Mack. Mack over to Anderson. Anderson inside to Bryden. Bryden off the glass, up and in. 40-35. Panthers, 6 seconds remaining in the half. Over to Leiden now. Leiden kicks it back out. Long three. Oh, my word! Eitzminger with a long three to end the half. 40-38. Panthers lead. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball here on WRDN Durand.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and Ansay & Associates Halftime Show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by Ansay & Associates, your local auto owner's insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Ansay & Associates, downtown Durand.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem will testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee March 3rd, according to ranking Democratic member Senator Dick Durbin. This follows the deadly U.S. Border Patrol shooting of 37-year-old Alex Preddy in Minneapolis Saturday, the third shooting this month, second fatal involving ICE agents in that city. After watching videos of the latest shooting, ABC News contributor and former acting DHS Undersecretary John Cohen questions why it took so many officers to tackle and subdue Preddy before the shooting.
We are, as police officers, trained to bring somebody to the ground, take control of them, and then arrest them in a way that that ensures their safety and the safety of officers.
This weekend's massive snowstorm is responsible for at least 29 deaths across 12 states, the most in New York with 8, Tennessee with 4. Louisiana and Pennsylvania both reporting 3. Other impacted states include New Jersey and Texas. This is ABC News.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Trust the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the products for your next oil change. Right now, get 5 quarts of Valvoline Full Synthetic Motor Oil and a Wix filter for $35.99. Plus, get a $15 gift card after rebate. Limit supply. See your O'Reilly Auto Parts store for details or shop O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Farmers, you're invited to the Chippewa Valley Agriculture Conference presented by Security Financial Bank, February 19th at Florian Gardens in Eau Claire. Come meet with local agriculture experts and learn strategies to grow your bottom line. Only $30 to attend. Lunch is included. To register, visit sfbank.com. The Chippewa Valley Agriculture Conference, February 19th at Florian Gardens in Eau Claire, presented by Security Financial Bank. Bankers who believe in agriculture. Member FDIC.
Seattle and New England will spend the next 2 weeks getting ready for Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. I'm Bill Scott with sports. Seahawks won the NFC Championship 31-27 over the Rams, and the Patriots won the AFC crown 10-7 over the Broncos. Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich interviewing for the same position with the Tennessee Titans today. Well, it's a parallel move with Robert Saleh as head coach. The new OC would become the play caller as well, something that Stenavich has not done in Green Bay. Bucks impacted by this weekend's storms. Their home court game against Dallas last night postponed because the Mavericks couldn't get out of Dallas. Bucks are back on the road tomorrow night at Philadelphia. Number 1 ranked Badger women's hockey team swept Bemidji State over the weekend, holding their annual senior day early Saturday. That ceremony happened early because 5 Badger players now headed to the Winter Olympics. Marquette's Nigel James named Big East Freshman of the Week today. Bill Scott, Wisconsin Radio Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Ansay & Associates, downtown Durand.
Buescher's Bowman Gray Expectations. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of NASCAR. The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of NASCAR.
Chris Buescher finished 10th in last year's inaugural Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. The RFK Racing pilot is looking forward to returning as the NASCAR Cup Series kicks off 2026 with the non-points exhibition event February 1st. The driver of the number 17 Ford shared his perspective for this year's installment.
Passing was a little bit like expected. Like, it was tricky. You could make some moves, and the track did seem to get a little racier there at the end. Goodyear's made some progress on higher fall-off tires now, and we have a little bit more movement at a lot of these races. And with some tweaks there, it could turn out to be some even better racing this go around. So the energy, the fans there, that made it right from the get-go.
I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB. Bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Ansay & Associates, downtown Durand.
Welcome back to Colfax High School. 40-38, Panthers leading here at halftime. Leading scorers for the Panthers in this first half, Weisenbeck and Breidung both had 10. Mack 9, Berger had 7. And again, Panthers leading 40-38. Leiden had 6 for Colfax. Let's see, Larson 7. Nichols 4, Chabonneau 6. Eitzminger had 7. And Pulaski had 8. Again, 40-38, Panthers lead, second half coming up. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
The real deals come from Durand Fresh Market, and they can be found online. Download the Fresh Market Rewards app and sign up to have weekly deal alerts sent right to your phone. Find digital coupons and specials and earn reward points every time you shop at Durand Fresh Market. It's easy to use the app. Just add coupons and scan the app at the checkout. It's that easy. Visit the website at shopfreshmarkets.com for the latest weekly ad, extra national coupons, or to make product suggestions. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and online at shopfreshmarkets.com.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back.
Do a radio. Download the free Android app at realcountry1430.com. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
Welcome back to Colfax High School as we are ready for the second half. Panthers leading 40-38. Colfax will get the ball here to start this second half. In this second half, Colfax will be going from right to left. The Panthers left to right. All right, so Colfax will try to, I guess, complete the 6-point play potentially. They had the 3 to end the half, and then they get the ball to start the next half. So, inbounded to Leiden. We're back underway. Leiden across the timeline for Colfax. Leiden now over to the top of the key. High pass over to Pulaski. Pulaski now left wing. Tries to drive inside. Fakes left, goes right. He's in trouble. Now he kicks it back out to the top of the key. Head fake is Leiden. Leiden at the top of the key now throws it off to Larson. Larson kicks it back out to the outside over to Nichols. Nichols back to Larson. Larson and Nichols. 3 on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Berger. And so Berger now across the timeline for the Panthers. Berger now over to Anderson. Anderson on the left wing now to Mack. Mack back to Berger. Berger tries to work off the screen. Comes over to the free throw line. Retreats back. Puts up a shot. Rims out. No good. Rebounded by Pileski. Again, 40-38, Panthers lead. And across the timeline comes Leiden. Leiden hands it off now to Nichols. Nichols drives in from the right wing, puts up the circus shot, counted, and the foul. Excuse me. And a foul will be on Berger. So going to the line to complete the three-point play will be Nichols. We're tied at 40. And Nichols, free throw on the way is good. And Colfax back out in front by 1, 41-40. As Mack now will come across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Berger. Berger now to Mack. Mack left wing. Mack fakes left, goes right. Kicks it back out to Breidung. Right corner, three ball. Shot's good by Breidung. 43-41, Panthers. And quickly a bomb back the other way across the timeline is Larson down to the left wing. Larson kicks it back out now to the left wing. And Nichols now will try to take the three. Can't take it. Kicks it back out to the wing over to Larson. They're setting up another three is what they're trying to do. Eitzminger now over to Larson. Larson kicks it back out now to Nichols. Nichols fakes left, now retreats back out. Top of the key, three ball shot, no good. Right to Weisenbeck on the rebound. And across the timeline come the Panthers now. Panthers up by 2. Bounce pass over to Berger. Berger now inside to Anderson. Anderson in the lane. Tries to put up a shot. Loose ball. And coming up with the steal is Larson. Larson back to Nichols. Nichols across the timeline for Colfax. Kicks it back to the right corner now to Larson. Larson now back over to the left corner to Nichols. They're setting up that three now. Inside pass. Oh, nice job driving inside. That time was Eitzminger. He was driving inside. And it's good. We're tied at 43. Across the timeline now is Berger. Berger over to Mack. Mack to Anderson. Left wing. Three ball. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Breidung. Has the ball knocked away. And whistling a foul on Anderson. So we'll go back to Colfax, tied at 43. And inbounded now to Leiden. And Leiden across the timeline now for the Vikings. Leiden now has the pass tipped, and coming up with the loose ball is Berger. Berger overlays it, no good. Quickly back the other way is Leiden. Leiden overthrows it out of bounds. Panther ball. And so back to Breidung. And so Breidung now inbounds it to Mack. And Mack now across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Anderson. Anderson left wing. Inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck drives into the lane. Puts up a tough shot. Overlays it. No good. Rebounded by Leiden. Leiden quickly back the other way for the Vikings. Top of the key now. Over to the right wing is Nichols. He'll drive inside. Kicks it back out to the wing to Eitzminger. Drives in from the left wing. Overlays it. No good. Tipped by Anderson over to Berger. Berger across the timeline for the Panthers. Tied at 43. To Breidung now. To Anderson, top of the key. Anderson looking for a cutter now. No one's there. Skid to Breidung. He'll drive left baseline. Puts up the tough shot up and in. Breidung with 15. 2-point Panther lead once again. And across the timeline is Leiden. Leiden now over to Nichols. Nichols comes down to the right wing. Nichols to Eitzminger. Eitzminger right wing. He's going to try to drive in. Kicks it out to the top of the key now to Leiden. Leiden puts up a long two. Shot no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger across the timeline on the far side for the Panthers. Up by 2 now. And a three ball by Breidung. Rims out. No good. Rebounded by Nichols. Neither team can get extend any type of lead here. Across the timeline to Eitzminger. Only a 2-point Panther lead. Into the lane. Whistle. Stop. Foul. Foul, I think it's going to be on Anderson. Yep, that's his second. Third team foul of the half. Fuentes and Kraleski come in as Anderson and Berger take a seat. So Eitzminger now to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Charbonnet. Charbonnet kicks it back over to Nichols in the right corner. Has Weisenbeck all over. Whistle, timeout. Timeout, Colfax. With 13:26 remaining, Panthers leading 45-43. Thank you to the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls area. American Family Insurance that fits your needs. Durand Improvement Group, many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit durandimprovementgroup.org. Ryan's Sports Shop. Ice fishing, of course, is here. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. Making hunting, fishing, and outdoor activities fun since 2006. It's Ryan's Sports Shop, downtown Durand. Durand Napa farmers visit Durand Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and all the parts you need to keep your equipment running on the farm during the winter season with Napa know-how from Durand Napa. Please thank our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. All right, Colfax has the ball after the timeout. Inbounded to Eitzminger, and we'll be back across the timeline, back underway. Eitzminger now hands it off to Larson. Larson on the left wing, tries to drive inside. Can't do it now. Looking for some help, kicks it out to the corner now. That Charbonnet drives in from the left corner, up and in, we're tied. Tied at 45 as Kraleski now will bring it across the timeline for the Panthers. Kraleski to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck on the left wing now. Over to Mack. Mack left corner. He comes back out to the wing to Weisenbeck to Brydung. Brydung to Kraleski. Kraleski right wing now. Squares up. 3 ball on the way. Shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Pileski. Over to Eitzminger now across the timeline for the Vikings. Tied at 45. Loose ball. Can't hang on to it. With Charbonnet goes out of bounds. Panther ball. Fuentes now to inbound it. Inbounds it now to Mack. Mack across the timeline for the Panthers. Mack now comes over to the free throw line. Kicks it out to the right wing to Kraleski. Kraleski now top of the key. Back over to Fuentes. Fuentes head fakes the three. Head fakes the three again. Inside to Weisenbeck off of his foot. Ball goes up in the air. Pileski with the grab. And back over to Eitzminger across the timeline now for the Vikings. Tied at 45, approaching the 12-minute mark. Now over inside pass now to Charbonnet. Puts up a shot, whistle foul. Foul will be on Fuentes. And so going to the line for 2 will be Charbonnet. Thank you to the Riverside Plaza, your Napa Car Care Center for all of your car care needs. Riverside Plaza, located at Durand Napa on Madison Street, Durand. First free throw, no good. Annabis Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealers. Durand, Anderson, and Berger come in as Mack and Weisenbeck take a seat. Next free throw on the way, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings, but shot put up, no good. And Panthers get the rebound back the other way now. Brydung across the timeline. Brydung into the lane. Kicks it back out to Fuentes. Fuentes on the right wing to Anderson. Anderson back out to Berger on the outside. Berger squares up. 3 ball on the way. Shot rims off, no good. Rebounded by Eitzminger. Still tied at 45. And across the timeline come the Vikings. Eitzminger now kicks it into the corner. 3 ball on the way. Shot's good by Pileski. 48-45, Colfax. And across the timeline now come the Panthers. Over to Brydung. Brydung over to Anderson. Anderson now looking for a cutter. No one there. Over to Brydung now. Brydung on the left wing. Now back out to Berger. Whistle. And a foul. Foul will be on Colfax. It's going to be on Pileski. That'll be his 3rd. And so Brydung to inbound it to our right. Brydung looking for a cutter. And intercepted. Intercepted by Leyden. Leyden does a spin move up and in. Biggest lead of the night for Colfax, up by 5. 50-45 now. Over to Brydung now. Brydung over to Anderson. Anderson top of the key. Anderson to Brydung. Brydung left wing. Bryden drives into the lane, puts up a tough shot, overlays it, tips it back out though to Berger. Berger now to Anderson. Anderson in the left corner. Inside to Berger. Berger now back to Królewski, out to Fuentes. 3-ball on the way! Fuentes with a 3. 50-48 now, Colfax. Across the timeline is Leiden. Leiden now over to Pileski. Pileski drives into the lane. Stop. Whoop, whistle, travel. And a technical foul on Pileski for slamming the ball down after the call. Ooh, so free throws for the Panthers. And they also get the ball. So going to the line for the free throws first will be Berger. And first free throw on the way is no good. Thank you to Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service of Durand, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or home repairs. Call Chris at 672-8224 for Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service. Next free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. So Panthers get the ball. Thank you to Amplify Health by Gunderson Mondovi Clinic, affiliated with Gunderson Whitehall. So Panthers had a chance to take the lead or tie the game up. Didn't happen. They still get the ball though, so they can still have the chance to tie it up or take the lead. Inbounded back to Berger. We're back underway. And Berger now over to Berger. Berger inside to Królewski. Overlays it, no good. Rebounded by Etzminger. Quickly back the other way for the Vikings. Into the corner now. Head fake the three as Nichols drives left baseline. Kicks it back out to the outside. Etzminger now from the left wing. Puts up the tough shot. Good. 52-48 now Colfax. 9:40 remaining in the game. And back over to Anderson. Anderson now over to Weisenbeck. Top of the key off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger puts up a 15-footer shot, no good. Rebounded by Etzminger. Loose ball, still a loose ball. Regains control now. Dishes it back out to Etzminger. He'll try to drive inside. Nope, off to Nichols. Nichols drives in, puts up the shot, good. 54-48 now, Colfax. Approaching the 9-minute mark. Across the timeline comes Berger. Berger now over to Anderson. Anderson's pass intercepted. Intercepted by Etzminger, back to Nichols. Back the other way comes Colfax. Colfax with their biggest lead of the night, 6. Over to Leiden. Leiden now, top of the key now over to Etzminger. Etzminger now to Larson. Larson right corner. Comes out to the wing. Goes around one defender. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Coming over is Charbonnet. Charbonnet whistle, travel. And so now inbounding it will be Królewski. Królewski inbounds it to Mack. 54-48 Colfax. Across the timeline is Mack. Mack now over to Berger. Or to Breidinger, rather. Breidinger to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck into the lane. Head fakes shot. Underlays it. No good. Whistle foul. Foul will be on Breidinger. Well, the Easy Bunnies are not going in for the Panthers. 15 foul on the Panthers, by the way. And so inbounding it now is Nichols. Nichols inbounds it now to Leiden. 6-point Colfax lead. Leiden now quickly across the timeline for the Panthers. Whistle carrying the ball back to the Panthers. The Panthers are getting opportunities here. And so now inbounded to Mack. Mack across the timeline over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck to Berger, top of the key. Mack now fakes left, goes right, tries to drive into the lane. Has to stop, now pulls up the dribble, kicks it back out to Breidinger. Breidinger over to Berger. Berger, top of the key, will start all this all over again. Now to Królewski. Królewski over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck Over to the Berger. Berger left wing. 3-ball on the way. Dylan Berger with a big 3. 54-51 Colfax. And Eitzminger now across the timeline. Eitzminger now. Hands it over to Nichols. Nichols tries to drive in from the left wing into the lane. Has Bryden, cuts him off. Passes it off. Whistle. And a foul. Going to the line for 2 will be Larson. Bonus rest of the way, by the way, for the Vikings as Bryden with his second. Going to the line for 2, though, is Larson. Thank you to Thrivent Financial, Durand. First free throw was good. Your Thrivent Financial advisors, Tracy Fairweather and Kerry Scott, 114 West Main Street in Durand. Thrivent Financial, a strong and stable partner at your side. Next free throw, he makes them both, is Larson. 56-51 now, Colfax. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Over to Kraleski now. Back to Bryden on the left wing. Now long cross-court pass over to Mack. Mack, top of the key. Tries to drive inside, can't do it. Kicks it back out to Bryden. Bryden, he's in trouble. Gets it over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck now. Tries to drive inside, splits 2 defenders, stop. Kicks it back out to the wing. Mack head fakes the 3 from the left wing. 15-footer, rims in good. Mack has 11. 56-53 now, Colfax. Kraleski quickly back the other way. Loses the ball, out of bounds. Tried to make a pass that went out of bounds, goes back to the Panthers. And so it'll be Panther ball. Inbounded now to Mack. Mack across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Berger. Berger now to Kraleski. Long cross-court pass back to Mack. Mack's going to drive into the lane. Whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be on Charbonnet, and so that'll be his first. Going to the line for 2 now is Mack. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Call Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand for more information. First free throw is good. Elsivia, your certified Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor is Elsivia Durand. Next free throw on the way is good. Mack makes them both. Make it 56-55 now, Colfax. And quickly, not across the timeline just yet, though, but Larson now will get across the timeline. Hands it off over to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now left wing, fakes left, goes right into the lane, kicks it back out to the outside. Trying to drive inside was Nichols. Nichols, though, has to hand it back off to Larson. Back out towards center. Let's start all this over, says Larson. Or Leiden, rather. Leiden now. Looking for someone, and now Eitzminger, right wing, drives in, puts up the shot, up and in. Eitzminger with the nice drive in from the right wing. 58-55 now, Colfax. And across the timeline is Mack. Mack now over to Berger. Berger to Mack. Mack top of the key. He's going to drive into the lane, puts up the shot. Whistle counted in the foul. And so foul will be on, looks like it's going to be on Charbonnet. That'll be his second. Going to the line to complete the 3-point play and tie the game is Mack. And so free throw on the way is good. We're tied. Tied at 58. Quickly back the other way comes Colfax. Charbonnet puts it up on whistle and a foul. No, they're going to call goaltending automatic 2. So they call the goaltending. And so Bryden to inbound it. And inbounding it now to Mack. 60-58, Colfax. Mack across the timeline now. Over to Berger. Berger back to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck top of the key. Head fakes. Tries to drive inside now. Puts up a tough shot in the lane. Rims out no good. Whistle, jump ball. It'll be Panther ball on the jump. Berger fighting for it to force the jump. And so Bryden to inbound it now to our right. Out to Kraleski, top of the key. Kraleski now to Bryden, right wing. Bounce pass inside to Weisenbeck. Whistle, foul. think the foul will be on Leiden, his second. 15 foul. Brydung to inbound it again to our right. Inbounds it to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck splits two defenders. It's going to be out of bounds off of Weisenbeck, and it'll go back to Colfax. And so, inbounded now to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now quickly across the timeline inside to Larson, out of bounds. Pass intended for Charbonnet. He can't hang on. It goes out of bounds. Panther ball. 60-58, Colfax. 4:54 remaining in the game. And across the timeline now is Mack. Mack now over to Berger. Berger on the left wing. Back over to Mack. Mack right wing. Drives in. Splits two defenders. Whistling a foul. He'll go to the line for two. Fouls on Eitzminger. That'll be his third. 16 foul. Bonus the rest of the way for the Panthers now. Going to the line for two is Mack. And free throw on the way is good. Thank you to Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand, and Advent Health Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Both free throws good. Once again tied. Mack has 18. And get it across the timeline now to Nichols. Nichols now over to Leiden. Leiden looking for a cutter. No one there to Eitzminger now. He'll drive in from the left wing. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Larson thought about the three but said, nope, can't do it. Now over to the right wing. Eitzminger now kicks it back over to Nichols. Nichols can't take the three. Inside pass to Charbonnet. Overlays it. No good. Rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck back to Brydung. Brydung across the timeline for the Panthers. Tied at 60. Approaching the 4-minute mark. As over to Brydung now, top of the key. Brydung to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck left wing. Looking for anyone inside. No one's there. Brydung or Weisenbeck now kicks it back out to Berger. Berger over to Mack. Mack to Brydung. Brydung right wing. Over to Mack. Mack top of the key. Thought about the three but said nope, can't do it. He retreats back towards center. Now over to Berger. Berger to Brydung. Brydung cross-court pass down to Mack. Mack right wing. Three-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by Eitzminger. To Leiden. Leiden across the timeline for Colfax. Tied at 60. Over to Larson. Top of the key now to Leiden. Leiden bounce pass inside off of Mack's foot. Regaining control with Charbonnet, who gets it back over to Eitzminger. Will reset the offense. Over to Nichols now. Nichols back to Larson, top of the key. Larson hands it off to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now back towards center. Now he's going to try to drive inside into the lane. 15-foot shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Krolewski. Whistle. Timeout. I think it's timeout. Full timeout? Yep, full timeout. Panthers. 2:52 remaining in the game, tied at 60. Thank you to Sundstrom & Company, our local tax experts. It's tax time. Give Sundstrom & Company a call at 672-4425 to schedule that appointment today. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances, along with installation and service. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. Prime Realty of Durand, visit their website at PrimeRealtyMidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center, downtown Durand. And Tech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. Ansay & Associates, your auto owner's agents, downtown Durand. And Jerry Bear & Sons, who custom-made feed for livestock from Hubbard Feeds. They're located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25, Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight at Colfax High School. Tied at 60. And we have under 4 minutes remaining. Actually, under 3 minutes remaining. 2:52 remaining. And so Panthers have the ball. And so inbounded now to Mack. Back underway. Mack across the timeline for the Panthers. Mack over to Berger. Berger Looking for a cutter. No one's there. And now he'll try to drive down over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck on the left side. Cross-court pass now to Kraleski. Kraleski comes back out to the top of the key now. Back to Berger on the left side. Around the horn we go. Mack now on the right wing. Mack's going to try and drive inside. Kicks it back out to Breitung. Breitung now over to Kraleski. Kraleski now out to Berger. Berger spins into the lane. Kicks it back out to Mack. Mack left wing. Mack now retreats back out. Inside to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck in the lane. Over to Kraleski. 3-ball on the way. Shot short, no good. Rebounded by Pileski. And across the timeline now comes Nichols. Tied at 60. Over to Leiden. Minute 52 remaining. To Pileski now. Pileski hands it off to Leiden. Leiden around the horn we go. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And a loose ball. Still a loose ball. Jump ball. They're going to call it a jump ball. It will stay Colfax ball. Minute 37 remaining. Inbounding it now will be Leiden. Timeouts. Timeout Colfax. Minute 37 remaining. Tied at 60. And thank you to Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Bauer Built Tire. Let Bauer Built take care of all of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call at 672-8300 for an appointment or online at BauerBuilt.com. The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Don't forget, Valentine's Day just a few weeks away. It's the Cottage, downtown Durand. The JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Markets. Visit shopfreshmarkets.com. Download the Durand Fresh Market app for more savings, weekly savings, daily savings, and more from your hometown grocery store, Durand Fresh Market. Numbers are us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue, West Durand. Give Rhonda a call at 672-8093 and find out how a daily money manager can help your family, or you can also visit Rhonda online at numbersareus.com. Durand Smokehouse. Visit Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85, Durand. Ask about the beef and pork bundles and Provisions Health, 3rd Avenue, West Durand. Healthcare your way. Find out more. Visit provisions.health. So the timeout's done. Colfax has the ball. It's tied at 60. And inbounding it will be Leiden to our left. Colfax looking and inbounds it to Eitzminger. Eitzminger now on the left wing. Over to the top of the key now to Leiden. Leiden bounce pass inside to Proleski. He gets trap, jump, a whistle. Oh, they're going to call a foul, not a jump. Foul on Anderson. Go to the line for the 1-and-1 will be Proleski. And so Proleski now for the 1-and-1. Minute 27 remaining. First free throw on the way is good. Colfax leads now by 1. So Proleski now with the second 1-and-1. Rims out, no good. And rebounded by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck over to Mack. Mack now to Breitung. 1:19 remaining. Over to Berger. Berger works off the screen. Whistle, foul. And a 1-and-1 now for the Panthers. And foul will be on Leiden. Going to the line for 2. Or for the 1-and-1 rather, is Berger. And first free throw on the way is good. We're tied. Tied at 61. And next free throw on the way is good. So Panthers now up by 1. Minute 13 remaining in the game. Inbounded to Eitzminger. They might go for the last shot. That's what I try to do. Over to Leiden. Go for the last shot to win it. Leiden now. If I was the Panthers, you might almost intentionally foul to force the 1-and-1. Quickly back the other way now to Nichols. Nichols now, top of the key, 53 seconds remaining. Does a spin move into the lane. Kicks it back out, throws it away. Uh-oh. And maybe not going for the last shot was a good idea because now the Panthers have the ball with the lead by 1. And 48 seconds remaining. And inbounded now to Mack. Mack across the timeline for the Panthers. Over to Berger. Berger to Brydung. Brydung loses the whistle. Foul. Oh, I don't know about that one, but it's going to be a foul on Colfax. Brydung to the line for the 1-1. Boy, it's going to be huge 1-1 too. Foul's going to be on Eitzminger. That's his 4th. So Brydung now to the line. Boy, the first one's the most important one. Free throw on the way is good. Panthers up by 2. Brydung on the way. It's good. Panthers up by 3. So inbounded to Leiden. 35 seconds remaining. Colfax needs a 3 to tie. Whistle timeout Colfax. 31 seconds remaining and the Panthers up by 3. 64-61. Thank you to 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telcom. Building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Visit wwt.coop. Riverside Grill. Visit the Riverside Grill for daily breakfast and lunch specials. Don't forget about that Friday fish fry from the Riverside Grill downtown Durand. O'Galley Cheese Factory featuring homemade pizza and cheese and meat trays for any of those get-togethers. It's the O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25 Durand. Martin Transport Mondovi. Visit their website for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. Visit DurandImprovementGroup.org. The Paul Slusher Insurance Agency. Your American Family Insurance agent serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls areas. American Family Insurance. Insurance that fits your needs. And Ryan's Sports Shop. Ice fishing is here. Visit Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. Ryan's Sports Shop, making hunting, fishing, and outdoor activities fun since 2006. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast. Without their help, we wouldn't be here tonight. Have our Power Built Panther postgame show coming up. All right, Colfax has the ball. 64-61. Panthers lead. 31 seconds remaining in the game. Colfax to inbound it. Looking. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by Brydung. Brydung with the interception on the inbound pass. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for the 1-1. And the foul is on Leiden. So Brydung now has a chance to pretty much put this game away. Well, first one's the most important one. Free throw on the way is good. 65-61 Panthers. Next free throw on the way is good. He makes them both. 66-61 Panthers. Across the timeline quickly comes Leiden for Colfax. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Mack. And it's stolen. And then it's out of bounds. Can't hang on to it. Number 3, after stealing it, Larceny, but he couldn't hang on. He couldn't hold on to it after the steal, and it goes out of bounds. Panther ball, 16 seconds remaining. Whistle timeout. Durand-Arkansaw. Thank you to Durand Napa. Farmers, visit Durand Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and all the parts you need to keep the equipment running during the winter on the farm with Napa know-how. From Durand Napa, Riverside Plaza, your Napa Car Care Center, downtown Durand, Riverside Plaza, located at Durand Napa, Madison Street, Durand. And Miss Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealers, Highway 25, Durand. Power Plumbing and Septic Service, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or home repair. Call Chris at 672-8224. And Amplify Health by Gunderson, Mondovi Clinic, affiliated with Gunderson Whitehall, along with Thrivent Financial, downtown Durand, your Thrivent Financial advisors, Tracy Fairweather and Carrie Scott, 114 West Main Street, Durand. Thrivent Financial, a strong and stable partner at your side. Coming up, our Bauer Bill Panther postgame show. Hopefully we'll have some scores from our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Also, run down scoring and preview our next broadcast as well. It's all coming up during our Bauer Bill Panther postgame show. Panther ball leading 66-61, 16 seconds remaining, and Brydung to inbound it. On the far side in the near court, in front of the Colfax students. Brydung looking. And out to Berger. Berger across the timeline, whistling a foul. And the foul will be on Leidenite. Should be number 5 for him. He'll be done. Nope, check that. That was on number 12, Charbonnet. And okay, that's his third. Okay, so going to the line now for 2 is Berger, as it's double bonus now. And free throw on the way is good. And next free throw on the way by Berger. Makes them both. 68-61 Panthers. 11 seconds remaining. Quickly across the timeline comes Colfax. 3 ball on the way. Shot's good. Timeout. Colfax with 5 seconds remaining. Nichols with the 3. 68-64 now. Panthers lead, 5.8 seconds remaining. Boy, those free throws were huge for the Panthers. I think Berger, let's see, Brydung made, 4 in a row? Berger's made at least 2 in a row. I think Mack made 2 in a row as well. I mean, it's been right down the stretch here. They have not missed on the free throw line, and he's been huge for the Panthers throughout most of this game. So they've gone on streaks where they can't make the easy bunny in the lane, but they've been able to pull away here with the free throws. I think their biggest lead was just before this 7 points. Either team, I think their biggest lead tonight was 7. That's how close this game's been. All right, Panthers have the ball. 5 seconds remaining. 5.8 seconds remaining. So Brydung to inbound it. Brydung's pass is tipped out of bounds. Nice job by Pulaski to tip it out of bounds. We'll try it again. And so they'll inbound it now in front of the Panthers students here in the near side. Whistle, and now what do we got? Are they talking about time here? Do. Nope, we're good. All right. Okay, 5.5 seconds remaining. All right. So, inbounded to Anderson. Anderson fouled right away. And the foul is on Nichols, and so going to the line for 2 will be Anderson. First free throw on the way is good. (69-64) now, Panthers lead. Free throw on the way is good. He makes them both to make it 70-64, and nearly intercepted on the roll. And a long 3, and that'll end the game as the Panthers win it tonight by a score of 70-64. Panthers winning it over Colfax. Coming up, we have our Bauer Bill Panther postgame show being brought to you by Bauer Bill Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bauer Built Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Colfax High School, where tonight Durand-Arkansaw wins it by a score of 70-64. Running down scoring tonight for the Panthers. Mack had 18 on the night. Berger had 11. Weisenbeck had 10. Fuentes 5. Anderson 4. And Breidung 22 on the night. With the win, the Panthers are 7-0 in the Dun St. Croix and 10-3 overall. Meanwhile, for Colfax tonight, Nichols had 14. Pulaski had 12. Eitzminger had 11. Larson had 9. Charbonneau and Leiden both had 8. With the loss, Colfax now falls to 3-3 in the Dun St. Croix, 6-5 overall. Again, for the Panthers, it was one of those where, well, really, this whole game, neither team really could extend any type of lead. It always seemed like tied, or they'd go back and forth on a lead change. Biggest lead late in the game, 7 by the Panthers. And really late in this game, I think they made 8, maybe 9. I would probably say 10 points, all on free throws. They made 10 free throws in a row. I mean, the free throws at the end of the game for the Panthers really is what helped them pull away. So the Panthers winning that tonight. Do have some scores tonight on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. Elma Pepin and girls hoops tonight. They win it 44-41, and that was over Boyceville tonight. Also, Gilmanton, they defeat Cornell 73-39 in boys hoops. Other games were following tonight. Wabasha Kellogg at Grand Meadow on girls basketball. Glenwood City at Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser in boys basketball. Ellsworth playing at Luck tonight in girls basketball. Eau Claire Manual Lutheran at Spring Valley in boys hoops. Elmwood Plum City at Clear Lake also in boys basketball tonight. Plainview Elgin Millville traveling to Lake City for girls hoops tonight. Mondovi is at Levis-Strum in girls basketball tonight. In boys basketball, Mondovi at Boyceville tonight. So those are some of the scores we're following on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. You can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. Also from the JV game tonight was Durand-Arkansaw winning that one. That was tied late in the game, and it was Lucas Recken with a shot with 10 seconds left to give the Panthers a 49-47 win over Colfax tonight on the JV side. So again, Panthers winning it tonight 70-64. Coming up on our Bauer Built Panther postgame show, well, we're going to preview our next broadcast as well and wrap things up here from Colfax. That's coming up on our Bauer Built Panther postgame show, being brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw boys basketball on WRDN.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Colfax High School, where tonight it was Durand-Arkansaw winning over Colfax by a score of 70-64. Well, our next broadcast is tomorrow night. We will be back home as the Lady Panthers in action. And they will be taking on Elmwood Plum City girls. And we'll have that game for you coming up this Tuesday with the Advent Health Panther preview at about 7 o'clock tip-off at 7:15. Also, just a reminder, we do have the Corn Soybean Expo that will be going on. And that will be going on. I'll be heading down to Wisconsin Dells on Wednesday afternoon. And we have the Corn Soybean Expo Thursday and Friday from the Kalahari in Wisconsin Dells. So just keep that in mind that obviously I will be in the Corn Soybean Expo Thursday and Friday. So for this week, we have just the game tonight and tomorrow night. Again, we'll be back at home as the Panthers taking on Elmwood Plum City. Well, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. It was an exciting one. Panthers winning it tonight by a score of 70-64. You've been listening to Durand-Arkansaw Boys High School Basketball here on Real Country 1430 AM stereo, WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM, translator W297CH Durand. I'm Brian Winnikins. Have a great evening.